Alright, what we have here is your classic Vietnam era World War II Jeep here. WILLY'S Jeep. I saw WILLY'S Jeep 1/6 scale be built, the custom RC crawler. I'm into G.I. Joe, so I wanted to make a G.I. Joe crawler. Once again, the difficulty is putting such electronics and the articulation of a crawler into such a small package. And as you can see, this is a regular G.I. Joe. You can bring them out, you can take them off. I'm not going to take them off though, because it's kind of hard to get up in there. As you can see, the steering wheel is a little bit compromised already. I do take this vehicle out for a lot of rides, and it does get banged up. Crawlers, you expect them to get banged around. I had a good amount of time invested in this vehicle, simply because I had to figure out the chassis, the connection points, to make sure that I maintain all the articulation of a crawler. It is four-wheel drive. It is got the articulation of a crawler. I did install some headlights and the switches on here next to the all the other controls. It is I do have a acceleron package on this one, so it's faster than your normal crawler, but it's still, for a crawler, it's kind of it's crawler speed, so it's pretty slow. I have a modified electronics over here. As you can see, it's got the little radio from a different WILLY'S Jeep. I also made a battery case. One of the big things was, where do I put the battery? Down here we had a fuel tank, and this battery fits here in this fuel tank, but it's still exposed. It doesn't go along with everything. As you can see, it doesn't quite fit the look of the Auto Striker, so I decided to make my own little battery cover. What I took a cast to this. It's an ammo can with some water containers. We were able to go ahead and slip the battery up in there. Yeah, you can still see the little blue, but it's a little bit better than the black one. And the cable is just all the way over here. We'll plug in our battery. And we have our switch down here as well. And we'll tuck in our wires. And as you can see, I have a little bungee cord. This bungee cord I didn't make this custom. This is about the only thing that I didn't make. It's a little bungee cord. I got it on eBay. I forgot the seller. I give him credit for it. But he made pretty good bungee cord. Pretty scaled to it. You could fit three G.I. Joes all together. One, of course, in the passenger and one in the back. It adds to the weight. All this stuff I kept pretty functional. Oh, I also added one thing, which is the hood here. I added a couple magnets. That way you can keep it closed. That way when it rolls over, it doesn't open up by itself. Because it does roll over a lot. I'm going to give it a little test drive. Test your left and right functions. Forward. Reverse. We'll take it to a little test drive. has its limitations. Just like every crawler though. The experienced driver to get through a couple. But as you can see, all the articulation is pretty well. It works pretty good. It's capable of taking a pretty good amount of sized rocks. 1/18 scale, of course. G.I. Joe scale, 3 3/4. You can see the articulation right there of the tires. Let's see if we could conquer that rock again. I'm still working on my trigger control here, considering it has an acceleron. Engine in it. It does have a lot of speed. I tried to fly off this rock. And there we go. I almost had it. Oh, there it goes. And it takes a couple of goes. We'll make our way over to the flat surface so I can show you guys. Flat surface, you see how it's a little bit faster than a regular rock. So when it takes the corners, you gotta be careful because it raises the tire because it turns so sharply. Little freewheeling action here. There we go. Took me a while to figure out the mechanics on this one, but I think overall it's pretty good. It has all those articulation and it's able to take pretty good obstacles. I'm trying to maintain the integrity of the WILLY'S Jeep. I think it worked out overall. Very fun project. On this one I could probably build literally all the parts are pretty easy to obtain. It's just the way of connecting the axles. That's part of the struggle. It's time consuming, you could probably imagine. But if you're interested in one of these, come to Little T Customs. Check out my YouTube videos and send me an email and maybe we could talk about price. They are pretty expensive to build, but overall it's a fun toy. Pretty resilient. I've played with this many a times, hardly ever had a problem. Once you get it set up, it's pretty much the regular maintenance, dusting it, making sure that the gears stay clean, and just recharging the batteries and using the batteries.